Hello there you guys, welcome to another one of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be updating you on some more current latest news now. This is actually regarding young Jack Harrison, 20 years of age. Now, a couple of reports are actually suggesting in the media is another youngster. It's saying actually Man United and Manchester City have been interested in young Jack Harrison. He's an actually ex-Man United youngster. He used to play in the Manchester United academy before did the play. So Jack Harrison, who's now at New York City or something, he's been playing professional for 2 years now. I think this is his second season in the process with New York City. Overall, he has made 53 appearances for them, scored 14 goals all in all as the player. He made his debut for New York City in May 2016. I think he made his professional debut in May 2016, and due to his fantastic performances, Jack Harrison's, he has been called up to the England under 21s, you know, with his fantastic performances for New York City. But yeah, he's doing very well this season. In 32 appearances, Jack Harrison has scored 10 goals in the MLS. Last season, he scored, I think he scored 4 goals and got 7 assists as well in the process. He scored 4 goals and got 7 assists last season, and he scored 10 goals in 32 appearances this season. But he's a player, apparently what the reports suggested that Man United were actually disappointed to see Jack Harrison go, because during his time, you know, he's played alongside Frank Lampard, he's played alongside Marcus Rashford as well, before in the youth academy. He was at Manchester United for 7 years in the youth academy. He started, he went to Liverpool Academy for a short time, and then actually after that, you know, he come to Manchester United at the age of 7, was there for 7 years in the youth academy for Manchester United, and then actually at the age of 14, and after 7 years with Man United, he'd actually gone to the United States. After when he left at the age of 14, he went to the United States to take a scholarship up, and now he's currently with New York City is the player, and he's making a fantastic impact. He's Jack Harrison, so he does look a good young age prospect. He's risen up the ranks fantastically well. But as I said, the player's only been playing properly, you know, professionally, you know, only for now a couple. This is only his second season where he's been playing professionally, because last season it was his debut season with New York New York City. So he's been called up to the England under 21s for his performances. As I said, he's played with Lampard before. He played with Marcus Rashford when he was in the youth academy as well. But Man United willing to try and go back for the player, because he is an ex-Manchester United player. Was at Old Trafford for 7 years in the youth academy. So yeah, guys, we will see what happens about that. But this is just basically has just been reported about Jack Harrison, and it's also coming out, you know, he's looking at, you know, he's still looking at a few midfielders. Jose Mourinho, as I said, he's looking at to get a few players in the team. And as I said, another youngster, 21-year-old. Lorenzo Pellegrini, and Sheikh Hislop had actually committed that he suggested that Man United could sign him as well. As I said, he's got a release clause, I think, of £20 million as well. As I said, he's another youngster that risen up the ranks fantastically well. You know, he's an academy graduate of Roma. He joined Roma in 2007, and he'd been there for quite a lot of time, but obviously he made his first team senior debut in 2015 with Roma. And then later that year, he went to Saluzzo and made over 50 appearances, did Lorenzo Pellegrini. It's also said Manchester City are also interested in Lorenzo Pellegrini as well. That's another youngster, because Mourinho, you know, he got a lot of good youth in the team. He's bolstered youth academy up. He spent over 300 million to transfer windows, and a big club like Manchester United. Why would you not want to come to Manchester United? Fantastic history, you know, fantastic support, fantastic stadium. Everything, absolutely everything. So why would you not want to come and play for Manchester United? So, and the reports are suggesting now, as I do keep updating you, you know, about Dries Mertens. Now, apparently, this is according to the ex-club director, that apparently Manchester United are keeping a close eye out and watch on Dries Mertens. As I said, highly experienced, you know, age 30 years old. And as I said, you'll get him for the reasonable fee, Dries Mertens. You will get him for the reasonable fee now, obviously, because he's age 30. And his release clause, well, he did sign a new deal back in May. I think Man U and Arsenal have been interested, but it had come to a conclusion due to he signed a new deal till 2020 back in May. But I think the player has got a release clause of just £28 million. So Man United may will to activate that. He's a fantastic player as well. Belgian Footballer of the Year, of course, since 2011. He's made over 50 appearances for Belgium as well. And this season he has scored. He scored 7 goals in 7 appearances in the Serie A with Napoli. Also last season he made 35 appearances, scored 21 goals and assisted 9. Did the current player, so it's very, very impressive indeed. And now he's made over century appearances for Napoli Football Club as Dries Mertens. I think he's made about 136 appearances in Serie A with Napoli. I think he's been there about 5 years now. At PSV, he'd made about 60 other appearances when he was at PSV as well. But he does look a promising player. He does look a promising player, as I said. He's played on the flanks before, but he currently is a forward. And apparently Manchester United are showing an interest in him as well. And it did say actually Arsenal were interested in Dries Mertens, but we could get him for £28 million. He's got a £28 million release clause. We could get him for £28 million. So that's possibly another target that Man United could get in the team. The rumours are still going on about Mesut Ozil, as I said. Apparently now, it did say in the report a couple of days ago that Man United are convinced they could actually get Mesut Ozil in January. We'll go for him. But apparently now that may have come to a conclusion because it's saying Man United and Barcelona are interested in Mesut Ozil. But that might now have come to a conclusion because I think he might just see out his deal with Mesut Ozil and then he'll become a free transfer next summer. So he's saying Man United may go for him next summer, Barcelona may go for him next summer, but obviously he's not signing a new deal with Arsenal Football Club. And obviously it's Arsenal's, well, they paid a record fee for him because it's the highest paid fee that Arsenal paid for the German player, because obviously it was Real Madrid in 2013. We know the relationship between Mourinho and Ozil is very, very good and they're bonding fantastically well together at Real Madrid. So could he potentially be Manchester United's next player? Very, very good number 10. You know, good at creating chances, as I said. Very, very good at providing assists. Is Mesut Ozil. But do we really, really need him? Because we have got a decent midfield. Obviously, we've got Fellaini coming to the end of his deal, as I've explained. You know, we've got Matt coming to the end of his deal, as I've explained. We've got Herrera coming to a deal, as I explained, who hasn't featured much this season. Fellaini has made a big impact in the midfield. But Ozil, as I said, was in Bundesliga for 5 years. He's now made over century appearances for Arsenal Football Club. He made over century appearances for Real Madrid and won quite a few honours in the process. But yeah, I think Arsenal would rather cash in, as I do keep saying. And he said the contract talks have stalled between Arsenal, the player, and his current representatives. There were rumours saying actually that he had turned down £275,000 a week from Arsenal, but apparently this has been classified as false, and he was actually demanding a higher wage in his package. I think he was demanding over £300,000 was Mesut Ozil in the process. So whether it's true or not, I do not know. Do you think that could be potentially, you know, Manchester United's next signing, guys? As I do keep updating you on. It's also saying, you know, Barcelona may be interested. Obviously, big, massive club, as I said. Ozil will want to elevate to a higher level. You know, if he comes to a club like Man United, big, massive club, fantastic fan base, good history, goes to Barcelona. Big, massive club, fantastic history, and in a static stadium like Manchester United, but obviously bigger. And, you know, these players want Champions League football with Arsenal. That's why they saw quite a few of their players go in the August window, because this is the first time in 2 decades they have not had Champions League football, Arsenal Football Club. So Ozil and Sanchez are definitely going to go. There's rumours that Theo Walcott could still go from Arsenal as well, as I do keep updating you. So Ozil may come to United, may go to Barcelona, but I presume he's going to go, because they're nowhere near and close to coming to an agreement at Arsenal of securing Ozil a new deal with Arsenal Football Club. So that's my opinions on that in the process as well. But as I was saying, you know, going back to Jack Harrison in the process. Jack Harrison, as I said, young 20-year-old player, He's been called up to the under 21s for his performances for New York New York City. This is only his second season with New York City. Overall, he's made 53 appearances, scored 14 goals. He's played with Lampard in the past as well, as I said. He played with Rashford in the youth academy when he was at Manchester United in the youth academy. And he was at Man United for 7 years, and then he went on to the United States to take on a scholarship, did the current player. Then in 2016, I think it was May, was it? Made his professional debut for New York City, and since then he's made a fantastic impact, as I said, as a young Jack Harrison. He's 10 goals in 32 appearances this season. Last season got 4 goals and provided 7 assists, which is very, very impressive for the player. But what's been reported now, he's no regrets of leaving United, but apparently United were disappointed to see him exit Manchester United. So apparently it said United and City are interested in Jack Harrison as well. So as I do keep updating you anyway, you know, Barcelona obviously still are interested in Coutinho, because obviously Barcelona are a big, massive club, as I said. They've got Iniesta that's just signed an extension. They've got Ousmane Dembele there. Good young age prospects. I think he's injured. They've got Nelson Semedo in the window. They've got Deulofeu in the window. But obviously Barcelona still looking at a few other targets as well. And apparently they're going to re-show their interest in Philippe Coutinho in January. I said they're willing to put, I'm just going to go downstairs, they're willing to put £97 million in for Philippe Coutinho, Liverpool, our Barcelona, £97 million plus add-ons, because we know Liverpool were actually, Barcelona were actually Barcelona were heavily linked with Philippe Coutinho during the window. Barca had 3 bids in the process turned down. They'd had a 72, an 89 and 114, and I think Barcelona are actually in the process of putting a 4th bid in, but never materialised. But I think he's got a 4 or 5 year deal left as Philippe Coutinho on his contract with Liverpool Football Club. But you could tell he did want to make the move, because obviously he put the transfer request in because he was charter-based clause to move. He'd had discussions with Klopp, but Liverpool had made it clear the owners, Jurgen Klopp and the Liverpool board were not willing to accept any offers for Philippe Coutinho, and they were resisted and they were reluctant to offload Philippe Coutinho in the process. This is why a deal didn't go through. The ex-Inter Milan player, the ex-Espanyol player, and as I said, since he's joined Liverpool, he's become one of the most creative, exciting, you know, players in the midfield in world football as Philippe Coutinho. And he's made over century appearances now for Liverpool Football Club, as I said. Scored 36 goals and assisted 30 in the process as well. So Barcelona may re-go for him in January. But Liverpool have got problems, you know. Obviously, they're going to have plans for the January window. Just like Arsenal are going to have plans for the January window, because obviously they invested a lot of money, Arsenal, in the August window. They're going to have plans for the window. Liverpool are going to have plans for the window for definite. They won't be satisfied with their window. Chelsea will have to have plans for the window. Obviously, they did spend quite a bit of money. They saw John Terry go after 2 decades at Stamford Bridge. Obviously, they've seen Diego Costa now go, but clearly Conte has made it clear he wasn't satisfied with Chelsea's transfer window. But you know, he can't take it away. Give him time. You know, he signed a 3-year deal when he joined Chelsea. You know, he's in his 2nd year of his 3-year deal. He won the title in his debut season with Chelsea last season. There's reports of Italy stemming that actually he could go back to Italy. But for me, obviously, he's trying to resist that chance by trying to get a few of the targets that he missed out on Conte during the August window as well. And plus now Chelsea, I've got Morata injured. Chelsea are a very, very good team. You know, they've won FA Cups, they've won Premier Leagues. They are a very, very consistent team. You know, they've had fantastic players over the years. But for me, just like Man United, you know, I know we haven't been the same team since Fergie left, but I think this season, from Man United's point of view, I think we're getting a glimpse of the Fergie days. We're playing that football we used to play with Fergie. We're scoring goals. And it's really, really good to see. But just like Manchester City, you know, they're playing very, very well. They're playing good, attacking, exciting football. And they've got very, very good players. Just like we've got very, very good players. But I think Chelsea have got good players. But I just don't, as I said, I don't think Chelsea this season have got the depth and the character like Manchester United or City have this season. That's just my personal opinion. But I think Chelsea are still going to be up there with a current shout. But Chelsea have obviously, as I keep saying to you, tagging Alexis Sanchez, who scored 3 goals last season for Juventus. Chelsea, it was their main priority target to get Alexis Sandro on the board, because obviously Juventus had turned 2 bids down from Chelsea during the August window. But obviously, apparently now Chelsea are willing to double Alex Sandro's wages, and he's a very, very good player. You know, he's strong, he's quick, he's good at beating oppositions one-on-one, he's good in the air, he's good at driving forward. He's Alexis Sandro as well. Very, very good player. Can play anywhere on the left-hand flank. Very, very good with Porto as well during his 4 or 5 years, whatever it was. Also was at Santos on loan, and he's won honours with Juventus. He won honours with Porto, won honours with Santos on loan. Very, very good, exciting player to watch is Alex Sandro. But we'll see what happens in the process of that. As I do keep updating you, Chelsea have got another target on the radar, Javier Pastore. So too Liverpool, you know, have got a target on the radar, Javier Pastore as well. Says Chelsea and Liverpool are interested. It come out of the press a couple of days ago, but obviously Liverpool have got Emre Can that's coming to an end of his deal. They've seen Origi go, they've seen Saka go, but for me, if Naby Keita does arrive for Liverpool Football Club in January, either way it's confirmed, as I do keep updating you, either way it's confirmed. It said it's going to be next summer, or they could possibly get him in January, Naby Keita, because obviously Liverpool have paid a premium for the player. So either way it's being confirmed. So that could see Emre Can definitely if Naby Keita does arrive in January instead of next summer. But Emre Can, obviously what he was saying basically about Emre Can, as I do keep saying, he's coming to an end of his deal. Apparently Juventus have been interested in Emre Can. They've been interested in Emre Can, but he's coming to an end of his deal. But what was suggested out, Liverpool, I think, are in the process of trying to secure him a new deal. But apparently it broke out in the press that Emre Can was actually demanding, he wanted, if they were to sign him a new deal, he was demanding a release clause as part of the new deal. Was Emre Can, but apparently Liverpool were not willing to meet what he was demanding, the player. But very, very good player. As I said, he's nearly made a century appearances now for Liverpool Football Club as Emre Can. I think 92 appearances in Premier League, 7 goals. Pretty impressive. You know, he's still kind of young. He's Emre Can. The player can play as defensive mid, he plays centre back, plays a full back, so his versatility is very, very good. Tenacious, very competitive player. And, you know, during his time at Bayern Munich, where, you know, he won honours, you know, he risen up the ranks fantastically well. Played mostly in the reserve team, did Emre Can, and then went to Leverkusen, I think, for the season. And Liverpool have purchased him for £10 million. And in all competitions now, Emre Can has made over 100 appearances for Liverpool Football Club. But Liverpool know where their problems lie. For me, there's definitely still need someone at the back. They need probably number 9. Because they're not converting enough chances this season in Liverpool Football Club. They're just not converting enough chances. And there's nothing for me to be scared of when we go to Anfield, even though we know Liverpool and United are always both up for it when it comes to big games like that and rivalry. Especially with Javier Pastore, it says apparently, Chelsea and Liverpool are tracking Javier Pastore from PSG. Obviously, PSG spent a lot of money in the August window. I still think they need to offload, you know, to avoid financial fair play regulations, the Paris Saint-Germain. But I do, you know, really, really like Javier Pastore. Good in the air, strong, quick, very competitive, good with both feet, passing ability sublime. Very, very good player. But as I said, you know, it could be available for £26 million in January, could Javier Pastore. Apparently, it could be available for £26 million in January. So they may be willing to offload the player. Saying Chelsea, Liverpool are linked. They're linked with Javier Pastore. PSG, though, PSG, very, very good player. Scored his first goal in Champions League 2012. Did the player. And in his first season, he scored 13 goals in 33 matches. And then in 2014-15, as I said, made over 50 appearances. Was part of the team when they won the historic quadruple, Paris Saint-Germain. I think, yeah, it was the French Cup. I think Edison Cavani scored the goal in the final, so they did win the quadruple, did Paris Saint-Germain. We didn't see much of him in 2015-16, Javier Pastore, due to his injury, but I do now think he's wearing that number 10 shirt. He's won quite a few honours, and now, since his time with PSG, he's nearly made 2 century appearances now in Liga 1 as Javier Pastore, and yeah, he's doing quite well this season as well for Paris Saint-Germain. So we will see what happens in the process with that as well. And he did say actually Chelsea were interested in Alexis Sanchez as well, but I can't really see Arsenal, willing to offload to a London rival. Alexis Sanchez, as I do keep updating you on him a lot of the time, we've had teams, Real Madrid have been interested, AC Milan have been interested, says Manchester United have still got an interest, Manchester United, Bayern Munich had an interest in the window, Paris Saint-Germain still interested. So quite a lot of teams are interested in Alexis Sanchez, but for me, as I do keep saying, Arsenal would rather cashing in on him rather than let him go free next summer. But for me, I do think he's going to go to City only because, obviously, him and Pep Guardiola are fantastic together at Barcelona. Pep Guardiola is a very, very good manager, just like Mourinho. I think Sanchez would work under Mourinho, but obviously, City are in pole position because due to that, Pep Guardiola worked with him at Barcelona. He's recently ranked fantastically well with under knees. Sanchez did well with under knees. And he's done well with Arsenal during, his 4 or 5 years there. He's won 3 FA Cups in 4 seasons. He's made over century appearances and scored 53 goals as Alexis Sanchez. So for me, I still think Manchester City are in the pole position to get him. Paris Saint-Germain are still maybe monitoring of getting the player, Alexis Sanchez, but he is, let's be honest, he is fantastic in that number 7 role. 38 appearances last season, 24 goals for the Alexis Sanchez. But I do really, really like the current player, guys. If I am going to be quite honest with you, I do really, really like the player, and he'd be good in the mix with Lukaku. He'd be good in the mix there with Rashford and Martial. It'd be really, really good to see, but I just don't think it is going to happen. I still think Man United's next signing could possibly be Antoine Griezmann. We've got number 7 vacant, as I said. I'd love Man United to fill that number 7 spot, but I think we need to treasure it a bit more and actually give it to a winger. As we all know, we've had good number 7s over the years, and I think Griezmann will fill the spot fantastically well, guys. If I'm going to be quite honest with you, but as I do keep saying, very, very impressive season. Looking at, I did a stats video the other day, didn't I? Lukaku now, I think 7 goals in the Premier League, 11 in all competitions. You got Harry Kane, now with 6 this season. Think about 11 himself in all competitions as well. Morata doing very, very well for Chelsea. There's a lot of good strikers in the Premier League, as I said, but there's also a lot of good French strikers. There's a lot of good strikers in world football, but for me, there's a lot of, I think the Premier League strikers are doing very, very well. Kane, Morata, Lacazette, very, very good player. Morata, Lacazette, Harry Kane, Romelu Lukaku. When I said Harry Kane and Romelu Lukaku are the 2 best strikers in the Premier League, and, you've got Marcus Rashford there, and Martial, 2 young age prospects. 2 young age prospects in the team, which is very, very good to see as well. 2 young age prospects that are growing and developing into the game. I think Rashford scored 11 goals last season. He scored 5 this season. And what a player he is. His genuine pace is good. He can cause problems to defenders. His delivery is very, very good. As I said, his sprinting is very, very good. Same with Antonio Martial. Good to see him grow and develop into the game. As I do keep saying, as they grow and develop, as they get older, they will become one of the best players in the current world. But for me, you could say Rashford is one of the best young players now in the world. Maybe not, but there's a lot of good young talented prospects out there. There's, Mbappe, there's Ousmane Dembele. You could put Rashford on the same level as them, the way that he's definitely been performing this season. You could do that with Martial, where he's been performing this season, put him on the same level as them as well. But as I was saying, Jose Mourinho's still tracking, a few midfielders, as I said. Because Fellaini's coming into his deal, as I said, the contract talks have started between that. I've already updated you on that situation. Herrera's coming to the end of his deal. Juan Mata's coming to an end of his deal with Man United. So we will see what happens in the process of that, and more things, I presume, will update on that situation. So, as I was saying at the beginning of the video, was about Jack Harrison, young lad, as I said, for a short period of time. He went to Liverpool Academy, then went to the Man United Academy since the age of 7, was at Man United 7 years, then went and left, went on to the United States to take up a scholarship, did the player. He did play with Marcus Rashford in the Youth Academy as well, did Jack Harrison. But now, you know, he made his professional debut in May 2016 with New York City. This is second season in the process with New York City. He scored 4 goals, 7 assists this season. 10 goals in 32 appearances. 10 goals in 32 appearances this season for him, and last season got 4 goals and 7 assists. Did the current player, and all in all, he's made 53 appearances for the New York City and scored 14 goals. In the current processing, he's also apparently played with Frank Lampard before, and he's been called up to the England under-21s with his sublime performances for New York City. So that's the main part of the video, just to update you on that. So anyway, guys, thanks for your time and company as always. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel, subscribe to my channel if you do consider, and I'll see you later, and take it easy. Take care, bye.